But I treat life as I go about it day by day. You know, I still am going to conduct myself in the way that you would expect me to. I'm not going to stray from that, you know. I got to be consistent. Sometimes I get angry and want to tell them, but I got to behave in a way that, in the way that I would if you were still here. I wouldn't want to disrespect your kids, but I am going to draw, you know, boundaries, and I'm going to hold true to those. You would expect nothing less of me. I'm just still trying to sort through some things, you know. Make sense of stuff and gradually understand that you're not coming back, because a part of me does feel like you're coming back. I feel like when probate's over or something, at some point I just feel like you're going to come back eventually, and I need to understand that I understand that that's not reality, but I still feel like you're going to be home at some point, and I have to come to terms with something, and I don't know what that is. So when I record with Maddie, or about Maddie and all that stuff, all the conversations and whatnot with AI, I know that AI is not like really empathizing with me. It's not, I don't like bite when it says, would you like to talk more about this or that, or blah blah blah, or how does that feel? It's just stupid. I'm not gonna spill my guts out to a fucking whatever the hell AI is. I'm just not gonna do that. So I'll just ignore that stuff and just ask certain questions, or I might utilize a question like that, not specifically that, but something to where it like spurs a thought, and then I'll just carry on with that thought. I'm not convinced at all that AI is real in any capacity. The only thing that I utilize AI for is that it gives me feedback on stuff, because it has access to a wide array of information. You know, there's a lot of psychological information out there. There's a lot of sociological information out there, you know, stuff like that. And so I need to utilize AI for its expansive access. Because nobody wants to talk to me about grief. You know, it's too burdensome for them. It's too uncomfortable. I can't burden somebody with that stuff. So I have to do it. I don't know. I'm just going about things the way, I don't know. I just don't know. But I miss you severely. I just don't know what else to do, you know. I gotta focus my life on making sure that this house never falls into anybody else's hands as long as I live. And I'll leave it to Chloe, and I'll leave it to Ellie, because those are the only people that showed any amount of respect. You know, Ellie's freaking golden. You know, and I gotta leave something for my daughter, you know, otherwise I'm not gonna have anything to give her. My future looks like I'm just gonna be working till the day I die, you know? And I'm okay with that. As long as I could just come back to a house that we shared together, and I can relive those memories, and try like hell to feel that you're here with me, or try to relive or watch shows to just make it feel like you're still here. That's my life. That's how I view the rest of my life. You know, and I'm okay with that. As long as I'm not worrying about being homeless or losing everything, because I would just want to give up. It would be really easy for me to give up. And Chloe needs something stable. And I just wish you were here to share life with me. Just like we planned. So I'm not as proactive as I should be, I know. But I'm just so, like, racked with anxiety and stress, and I just need a break most of the time for now, you know. Slowly coming around to the idea of looking for work and how I'm going to figure that out, and I just don't know. I don't know anything right now still, but I know it's coming, and I'm preparing, but I can't just go full force. I'll just be exhausted, and I won't be able to think straight, and I need to be able to think straight. You know, I don't really want to change anything in this house at all, man. Nothing. I'll never move your photos or any of your decorations. None of it. But I don't know how hard things are going to be. You know, I might need a change here and there, but like moving the bed in the bedroom I've been thinking about, but at the same time I just can't, you know. I don't ever want to have to move because I don't want to have to pack your stuff up. Ever. Because it'll be stuck in storage for the rest of my life. And I'll never have a chance to like reminisce and look through it and imagine you at all. And I deserve to have some sort of reflection. I haven't had that yet. It's 5 or 6 months after you passed away, babe. And I still have yet to just sit down and think about you. And I just don't think I can unless the probate thing and all that stuff gets sorted out. You know? I just don't know anything yet. So I'm just taking it as I can handle it, you know? I really wish you were here, though. I'm not going to disrespect your kids. You know, as much as they deserve to hear how much they stressed you out and used you. And now Maddie sends me that message today wanting information. She wants peace, but they didn't give me any peace, so I'm not going to offer them peace. They're on their own. Breezy and Maddie and Amber and your mom, they're on their own. They treated me like shit for no reason. When I was trying to hold everything together, they tried to exploit every possibility, every weak angle, or any weak spot that they perceived in me. They like bored into it. They just thought I was some kind of like mark, like AI said, I guess. A mark. They just viewed me as a mark. Or a bad guy, for no reason, when I deserved more. I could have held everybody together. But no, they all turned on me. All because I was calling Breezy out on her illegal and disrespectful actions. Her behavior was nothing short of pure selfishness. And there's no way I could ever forgive that. All the times that I asked her to be quiet for you, on your behalf, she didn't care. So why should I care? I'm not going to. She's 30. She should have been out a long time ago, babe, and you know that, and that's why you were pushing her out. There's more than one reason why you were pushing her out. You know, you were married, she's 30, has somebody else's kids, all that. You already know. I don't have to say anything. But she gets nothing from me. Neither does Maddie. Nobody gets anything from me. Except for Ellie. That's it. She's the only one. She gets your bike. She'll have half this house. She'll have to split it with Chloe, you know, and in the end, whenever that is, Ellie will still come out more ahead with splitting the house with Chloe than she ever would have with Maddie and Breezy. You know? You know. I know you know. I know. But when people try to like ride the back of somebody else their whole life, they don't deserve any more handouts. They don't. They were a burden on you. And you accepted it. I know why. I get it. I get it. You know I get it. It's just, they gotta be on their own now. Ellie, I'll help her out as much as I would help Chloe out. As much as I can. But I gotta make sure that this house is safe. I gotta make sure I have enough funds to make sure that I can always take care of this house. And anything after that, you know, I'll help Ellie, and I'll help Chloe, and do whatever I can until the day I die. That's my path. Really enjoyed being your husband. We never got to settle into our relationship. We never got to settle into marriage. You never got what you deserved. But, and I've been, I don't know, clueless, naive, and lazy my whole life, and now it's just like for real, serious fucking time that I just take care of what the fuck needs to be taken care of. And I'm good with that. Absolutely good with it. I don't need to be a billionaire. I do want a lot of money because I want to make sure this house never goes away. Never. Never. So, that's where I'm at. And I gotta just look forward, keep facing forward, do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. I love you, baby.